we'll do it on the recording. No, I can't do it. Whatever. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast. I'm here alone. For a reason, because I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. I want to be, respectful, but we just had some bad news, and that Craig Dixon is dead.
Dead serious about talking about the greatest Royal Rumble, baby!
What the hell was that? Jesus Christ!
What's up?
I really thought you were dead.
How'd you get in my house? Who hit record?
I'm not going to say a window was broken before I got there, but...
You broke a window?
I didn't say I did it. I just said the window's broken. I didn't say by who.
Huh?
I just knew that it was there.
Hey guys, we're back.
That's all I meant.
So very delayed, but we are here. We're here.
I don't want to say that phrase.
What was that phrase?
With that recording.
Oh, you want me to record? Okay. We just pull up the Periscope, and,
It's Thursday. Oh, is anyone here? Oh, Chris is here.
Still there? Yeah.
Mr. Chris.
Mr. Chris. Need water or anything?
No, I'm okay. I'm alright. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to be good.
Alright, we're going to jump right into the live show once I get my fucking video up. There we go. Alright.
One second. Something.
Fred's got notes.
I did have it.
Uh-oh. I don't like it when Fred has notes.
We got about that. Okay. Okay, we're good.
Oh boy. You ready?
Yeah.
Mm. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast episode 85. We are finally back.
What are we doing right now?
What are we doing right now?
I don't know. These are these things in front of me that are like microphone shaped, like, and it scares me because I haven't seen one in so long. I
don't even know what to say anymore at this point.
I don't know. I talked to myself for half an hour last week, and I don't know how to talk to a regular human being anymore.
That pretty much happens on a regular basis anyway.
I think that maybe, you shouldn't let people know about that, for instance, for starters.
We're on a podcast, so we let a little bit of our personal life get out into the airwaves.
I guess we do.
I guess
more so.
More so you. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. First I was going to say you, but I was like, wait, it's definitely me. For real.
With me, we talk about nothing.
Right.
But with you, we talk about...
And now we talk extensively about how I make love-making on my girlfriend. So, it's all good, though.
Love-making? Who says that?
No, love-making on her, and with about
with
her.
I would say, and I wouldn't use love-making.
And respectfully...
You fucking 4-year-old married person?
Wait, huh?
What?
I'm trying to get this right, Craig. I'm trying to...
Sorry, I don't mean to jump.
I'm trying to be cool like you.
Oh, you think I'm cool?
I'll spit in your face.
Okay.
If you don't want people to think it cool.
Yeah, no, I got the reference. It's just...
You did?
Yeah, no, I got it. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you for the clarification, Carlito. Guys, welcome back to the 85th edition of the Wretched Wrestling Podcast. We've been...
Why are we here? Why are we there?
Why are we anywhere, really?
Because it's WWE, baby. We're back!
Long story short, we had a big WrestleMania preview show a couple weeks ago for WrestleMania 34.
Yeah.
We had some good times. We thanked our fans for tuning in. If you listened to it and you've been wondering where we've been, you might have actually thought it was a farewell show because it did have a little bit of a vibe to we're going away forever. But,
when we tell our fans to go fuck themselves and we don't mean it, and we didn't realize we recorded it, that's a classic WWP exit move.
Yeah. So, 2 weeks ago, I was out of the state. We couldn't get a recording in time. We tried to record during the week, but it just wasn't happening. And last week just didn't work out for us. So we're finally here. We never talked about WrestleMania. We didn't really talk about Fred talked about it on his Diet WWP episode he released last week.
0 calories.
0 calories. Half the calories. Half the calories.
And just 0 downloads, I'm sure.
Definitely 0 new subscribers as well.
Well, thanks for boosting my self-esteem.
Well, you know.
Just that.
I was going with your joke, but alright.
That's what
you
friends are for.
Sure, that's what they're for.
Craig, I mean, yeah. But go on.
Yeah, so we've missed the Raw and SmackDown after Mania, which are always crazy shows. We missed the Superstar Shake-up, which happened the next week. But we're here this week, and guess what? Tomorrow, or today for our audio listeners, is the Greatest Royal Rumble at 12 noon Eastern Time.
It's so stupid.
It's really stupid.
I mean, no. I guess it's all right. I'll be home watching it.
Yeah, Fred had a little minor surgery. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to put anything else out there than that. But Fred's okay. He's here.
I may have sat on something by accident. It was not my fault. It was a child's toy. And let it be known that I will never go near a Hot Wheels ever again.
So,
standalone fruit.
The blueberries are. So, rather than recap everything we missed, Fred touched a little bit on a little bit of the couple of WrestleMania things that stood out to him, and a couple of the Superstar Shake-up moves. We're gonna. Right. I don't know where we're gonna go today, so we're gonna just try and touch on everything that we can.
Oh my god,
Fred loves touching things anyway.
Well,
so
I mean, yeah. That's true.
It's a sensory issue he has, so it's completely normal.
You know, I love touching everything of my girlfriend Maria.
Oh yeah, how is Maria?
She's dandy.
She's dandy again. That's the.
I can't laugh that loud this week.
I gotta pump it on the jokes this week.
No, you can. It's alright. Maria is she's Maria. I mean, do I have to explain more about it?
No,
I don't think so.
No, I'm with you on that one.
I mean, she's just everything I need.
Go ahead and do
life,
it.
You know?
Yeah,
because it's great when two straight people can get together and have that sweet ass love making that I was describing to you earlier.
Yeah, what was that love? What did you call it?
A love making on her.
Yeah. I remember that.
And I do it on her all the time.
Again, it's very strange the way you phrase things. Pretty much all the time.
Really? Every single time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Even the Vag Patch joke? Comparison? Not joke?
Yeah. No, that's totally normal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to leave you. I don't want to beat you down today because I know you're a little under the weather. So
when has that ever stopped you from anything?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point, actually.
I wouldn't be WWP without you being yourself, which is mean and cruel and just a terrible person.
So if you're joining us if you're rejoining us once again, you'll notice that first of all we've got a new logo. So we're starting new things. We're starting things out.
Fresh and clean.
We're gonna have a new intro for the podcast for the audio version coming soon. If fucking Leo ever finishes it, Leo.
See what he's chilling with Raphael and Michelangelo and Donatello or something?
Oh, what are you gonna sink in the Titanic or something, motherfucker?
What are you gonna beat the pot of or something? Wanting to steal people's money.
Yeah, so we're working on some changes, but the biggest news is obviously we're here on a Thursday night recording.
Thursday.
We usually do Fridays, sometimes Saturdays. But here we are Thursdays. We're going to try to make this a semi-regular thing. Hopefully we can keep this going.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We have the Greatest Royal Rumble. Everybody's talking about that now. It's tomorrow at 12 noon. Well, I'll be at fucking work and I won't be able to watch it, but
what is the Saudi Arabia thing? What's the angle about this whole thing? Why do they have to have a show in Saudi Arabia? What are they trying to do here?
I don't know. I think they've reached some kind of lucrative deal. That's the only thing that really makes
so
sense.
Shady,
because it's like in this giant arena, and it's got like thousands of seats, and like I don't know if you've seen the pictures of the actual arena itself, but the ringside seats are literally couches. Not couches, like individual, like chairs, like with like cushions and stuff. It's not like those standard folding chairs with like Undertaker's face on it. Like no, like they're sitting in like a single person couch, whatever the hell you call it. I guess a love seat's 2 people. So
yeah, I know what you mean. Though.
Yeah, so but like it's couches. It's very strange.
A comfy chair.
And the seating dynamic in Saudi Arabia is also very weird because they only sold. It's very weird. I forget the exact details, but it's something along the lines of men and women can only attend the show if they are together and married, and they have a special section for people who are married. And it can only be like a woman can't go to the show unless she's with a man. That's one thing. And then the only section that has just single men have to be completely separated from any women. They can't be close to them. So they have their own separate section, which apparently sold out in like 5 minutes, but it's like nowhere near the ring, so you're not even going to hear like the, let's be honest, the loud portion of the fan base. So it's going to be a really weird show. I mean... Yeah,
that sounds... I had no complete idea about that.
So I've really been reading about it a little bit here and there. It's all very strange.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, it all comes down to they weren't planning on making this a live event thing. We were
planning a trip to Sydney. We went to Saudi Arabia and by accident. Where's the mix-up?
No. I mean, they didn't plan on making this like a network special when they originally did this.
Yeah,
so I think
that's true.
And then when they announced they were going to do a big 50-man Royal Rumble, like people in the United States were like, "Hey, we'd like to see that," and they're kind of like, "All right, we'll air it." But there's no like some of the matches on this make sense. They make sense with storylines, but then there are ones that just make absolutely no sense at all. So we're not going to waste a lot of time going through this because there's 10 fucking matches.
It feels like we're talking about like a house show.
It is.
We're like previewing a house show.
It is, but
it's going to be on, but it's going to be in the middle of the day.
Yeah, and they're
I'll
also
probably miss it by accident.
Yeah, Fred will just oversleep.
I mean, what?
And
FM time.
It's just very strange. So, quickly running through the card, we have let's start off with the random match. The Undertaker, who's apparently not only out of retirement, but now he's wrestling twice in a month, is wrestling Rusev of all people in a casket match.
I thought it was Chris Jericho.
I thought it was Rusev the first time.
But then they changed to Jericho. But then that Wikipedia page from
Wikipedia?
The Wikipedia page must be not updated, I guess, for Chris Jericho.
No, they actually did change it back.
They did?
Yes.
Holy smokes.
This is such a random match.
That's so fucking weird.
It's so fucking random. There's no build to this whatsoever. So what
they just mentioned on SmackDown, the commentators are like, he's being very courageous even though he's going to be in a casket match. And that's all they can say about it. Except for, them talking smack to the Undertaker.
Literally the only thing I've found entertaining about this match build, which there's none of, is Corey Graves said, there's an interesting fact that the Undertaker has never won a casket match on Rusev Day. And he's completely right. He's never won a match on Rusev Day, so he's screwed. The Undertaker's definitely winning. I don't even want to...
Yeah, I mean... Water is wet.
You got nothing else to talk about this, right?
No, it's just fucking random.
You want to talk more random?
Why
a casket match?
Yeah,
I guess because it'll be gimmicky and it'll be over with quickly. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like bringing Saudi Arabia and caskets together sound like a weird, not a good combo.
Yeah, that's probably not a good sign.
I mean, throw in a couple half-naked women in there too. Why don't you?
71 virgins or something. Is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that. You know,
that's probably the wrong religion. I don't know. It's probably racially insensitive.
Lay there probably and stuff. They don't know what they're doing and stuff. You know, I knew what I was doing, but they didn't know.
That's really convincing, Fred.
But the match that we were talking about is that, which was that was the match. It's gonna be weird.
Speaking of random, John Cena is wrestling Triple H also again.
Oh wow!
So
stupid.
This is WrestleMania 23?
Yeah,
like so fucking random.
I think Undertaker was in a casket match against Mark Henry at WrestleMania 23.
I think it was. It was bad. It was really bad.
I know, it's so stupid.
This is just like the most random card. Like, it's like, you can like look at the other matches on the card, and you'd be like, okay, I can see where this makes sense, but like, these ones just don't make any fucking sense at all. So, because they're in Saudi Arabia, I'm gonna say John Cena wins because I'm assuming he'll be really over there, right?
I don't even know because remember when Triple H fought Jinder Mahal in India and beat him?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Remember how they had an American beat an Indian? Well, quote unquote Indian. He's Canadian.
John Cena's not from Saudi Arabia, so I still think he's probably gonna win.
I'm gonna go with Triple H just because.
Why the fuck not, right?
He beats people in their own country.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, John Cena's not in the...
Yeah, that's kind of what
you know what I'm going with.
Yeah. Cedric Alexander defending the Cruiserweight title against Kalisto. I know Kalisto won some kind of number one contender match of sorts. Might have been a battle royal. I don't remember because I don't watch 205 Live. You said live twice.
Well, I just a fit, man.
I know it has 205 Live. You don't have to say 205 Live twice. The number 2 is in it.
I just don't think that it's working for us like that.
No, it isn't working for us.
I think it needs to stay Whacktown.
Whacktown? So we'll just say Whacktown even though we mean 205 Live?
Yeah, I think the audience will understand.
The audience understands.
Yeah, clearly.
They get it. They're fine.
When I say red, they mean green. They know. Something.
Who cares? Cedric retains, I guess.
I'm gonna go with Kalisto.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with Cedric, because he has a feud currently with Buddy, what the hell's his name?
Buddy Murphy?
Buddy Murphy, and...
I can't believe Buddy Murphy made it to main WWE television.
Yeah.
After floundering in NXT for so long.
But he's not, like, officially on it, because, like, they tried to weigh him, and then he was, like, 207, so he wasn't gonna be on 205 Live yet until he cut more weight. But he's attacked him before, so I think that program needs to go on.
Sure. We have some comments on Facebook. We might as well read them because this preview is already terrible. We have Jen who's giving us laugh. Jen's on the thing. Okay.
She was, I think.
Your wife is here. Hi, Jen. Christina's watching too.
I think she was. I think it's just Chris now.
Oh, she tapped out. All right. Well, Chris Alter, our loyal brethren.
When we talk about wrestling.
Saying the stadium...
All the ladies leave.
Well, they come, and then they leave.
Then they leave,
and then they leave,
cry.
and then they don't come back. Chris Alter says the stadium looks bigger than Mania's. That's another thing. It's like one of those like outdoor massive arenas, so it's very strange. And the announcers are kind of building it up as like, this is bigger than WrestleMania. I'm like, it's kind of demeaning to WrestleMania, which just fucking happened.
Who gives a shit about the Saudi Arabians? Like,
I don't.
Thanks for shitting on our fucking show of the year, dude.
Like, it's cool that they're giving them a big show and stuff, but don't fucking undermine WrestleMania. I know. That is the biggest show. And this was one of the better WrestleManias in a while. Yeah. I
wasn't, like, pissed off.
Yeah, I didn't leave pissed off. They pulled a lot of stuff. I guess we'll talk about that a little bit later once we get through this. Chris also saying the greatest Royal Rumble, and all they get is a trophy. So dumb. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit.
Great.
Yeah, so what else we got on this card?
Well, obviously they can't get a title shot at Mania because it passed already. So
I'm gonna rant about the greatest Royal Rumble once I get to that match. Tag team championship match, SmackDown tag team titles. Bludgeon Brothers defending against the Usos. Okay, so here's a match that actually makes sense.
They've been feuding.
Champions feuding with the former champs. Just won the title at Mania.
Yeah, and then they tried to almost attack them with the hammers, but then Naomi stuck her face in.
Yeah, Naomi getting involved in this. Obviously, she is not going to get involved at the Greatest Royal Rumble because they are not having any women's performers at this show. None. They are not allowed.
That's awesome.
Again, something with the weird dynamic of Saudi Arabia.
Oh, guys, that's awesome, man.
You seem very excited about that.
No, but I mean, it's just a lot of it's great, big superstars, so to speak.
Really emphasizing the big part.
No, well, they're bigger than me. I know that for a fact.
I mean, I think you're selling yourself short. I mean, you might be bigger than some of them.
I may be selling myself short. maybe I'm short-sighted.
Again, I think you're hearing. I think your brain is hearing what it wants to hear, but your mouth is saying things that your heart wants to say. I don't know. I think I'm having trouble spitting out the sentence because I'm always very like flustered by the things you say. It's very strange. It's always very questionable. Yeah.
Yes. But we have stuff to talk about.
We have lots of stuff to talk about.
Let's just move past that.
I'm gonna go with the Bludgeon Brothers retaining, only because they just won it like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they still need to be champions. At this point.
Cool. We have for the vacant Raw Tag Team Championships, Bray Wyatt and Woken Matt Hardy against The Bar. Now,
oh god,
this obviously is stupid because The Bar got drafted or traded to SmackDown,
which they called like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and the Raw Tag Team titles are not going to SmackDown. Now I know Cesaro said, like,
what the hell? That's so stupid.
I know. Cesaro kind of saved grace on SmackDown by saying, like, we're gonna win the Raw Tag titles and go back to Raw. I'm like, no, you're not. Like,
no.
You wouldn't have been drafted to SmackDown for 2 weeks for no reason, just to go back to Raw.
Nothing. That'd be stupid.
So Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy are winning. That makes sense. They're pretty fucking over right now. I kind of like the tag team right now.
I'm not really. I mean, I agree that they're going to win. I'm just not crazy about them.
I like it because it's going down literally the same route that the Randy Orton Bray Wyatt tag team went. Oh. They're going to trust each other for a couple weeks. And
that's not a good explanation.
No, but this one at least is better because at least Matt Hardy is at least a different character than he normally is, and instead of stupid Randy Orton who just came out to the Wyatt's music, did nothing different about his character.
I swear I'm with you.
Yeah, really.
I swear.
I don't know. I like the dynamic. They're very over right now, and the Bar are going to SmackDown. So of course Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy are going to win this match. They have to.
It's so weird for them to win.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if Bray Wyatt gives like someone Sister Abigail, I can't see Matt Hardy pinning any of those two guys.
Probably not.
Without it being serious,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who do you got?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Well, I really have no choice. It's Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, though. God, like...
It really has
doesn't even make sense,
Okay, so for the United States title, the newly crowned United States champion, Jeff Hardy, is defending against Jinder Mahal. Now, this is another match similar to the other... to the tag title match. It's a Raw and a SmackDown guy.
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal got drafted to Raw with the U.S. title, dropped the title to Jeff on that very Raw.
Like 5 minutes after.
And then the next night, Jeff got drafted to SmackDown, so basically the title didn't move anywhere and just traded shows. So
dumb.
Now,
but it was cool to see Jeff Hardy come back.
Now, this is like the one title that's could change shows because the U.S. title also has members from both rosters, so they could both change or they could both stay. I don't think one show is getting both both secondary titles. I'm gonna again. This feud is all started in the last 2 weeks. There's not much to it. I'm gonna go with Jeff Hardy retaining because I think the U.S. title works better on SmackDown. I like the Intercontinental title being on Raw. I don't think the Intercontinental title is going to go back to SmackDown again.
I know. It's weird because like they did the thing on SmackDown, like not this past week, but the week. I don't know. It was this week when Jinder Mahal's
Samil Singh.
Yeah, he attacked Jeff Hardy a little bit, but really was like focusing on Randy Orton.
Yeah, it was very
odd.
Very confusing.
It seemed like Jeff Hardy was like an afterthought in it all.
Yeah, it really didn't make any sense.
But then if Jinder Mahal won, Randy Orton would still be on SmackDown. They'd both be on separate shows. It's not like the feud can go anywhere. Then,
yeah.
Right? So it's got to stay with Jeff Hardy.
I think it's staying on SmackDown.
And I think Randy Orton's going to feud with Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, that seems to be where they're going with that. It makes no sense, because Jinder Mahal, if he wins the title, he's taking the title with him to Raw. And then what do Jeff and Randy feud over then? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. So, yeah, it's got to be that. And they kind of hinted a little bit on the Randy Orton feud. that there will be some kind of feud between them.
Yeah, I think it's...
I don't know if it's going to be a face versus face or whatever, but I just sense it's going to happen.
This is a very random thought that came into mind, but I think they're reaching a point where they don't know what to do with Randy Orton anymore, because he literally has no direct... He's like the Finn Balor of SmackDown. He just has no direction at all. Yet he's
just there.
He's over. I don't like him, but he's over. He still gets a big pop.
He doesn't even get boos like Cena does.
No.
He never did.
It's weird because he seems so complacent on SmackDown. He just kind of he's just there doing his own thing.
Yeah.
And just nothing happens and nothing hurts him credibility wise.
You know what I kind of just thought of right now, why you were thinking, why we say, why are people not even sick of him? He just does the same thing. Because unlike John Cena, where he kind of tries to he tries to get the audience's attention and approval. Randy, you can tell Randy Orton doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
so it makes him cool in a sense. You know?
No, I can.
He's I don't fucking care what you think, really. Honestly,
John Cena always does that thing where he's looking around at the crowd trying to get
why,
and
it's gonna be a bad one tonight.
Randy Orton just goes out there, wrestles, and leaves. That's pretty much it.
He doesn't give a shit if you boo him. He's not gonna be what? He's still not... You can just tell he's very indifferent,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought of that right now.
Yeah, so, alright. So we both have Jeff retaining, so we might as well talk about the other match with the same stipulation. So, ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Seth Rollins defending against Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and The Miz. Samoa Joe and The Miz got recently drafted to SmackDown, so if they were to win the title, they would take the title with them to SmackDown. Balor and Rollins are on Raw. Again, with the same reason of, we just talked about with the U.S. title match. I don't think the titles are switching shows. They're either going to switch. They're either going to both switch shows, or they're both staying on the same show. So that kind of takes out Joe, and that takes out Miz from winning this match. I feel like they want to give the crowd a really big reaction. Now, I know they're probably saving that for the Universal title match, but I'm going to actually say I think Finn Balor might win the IC title here. Just throwing it out there. I don't care. I thought he was going to win the title at Mania, too, so I'm kind of I'm still surprised that Rollins won, because I feel like...
I'm glad he did, though.
I'm glad he did, too, but I feel like he's still above this division, and I've said it a million fucking times. I hate when main eventers have the secondary title. I fucking hate it. Finn Balor, to me, is still not a main eventer. I know he was Universal Champion for a day, but nobody remembers that anymore. They
don't even bring it up.
So they barely bring it up anymore. So I think Finn Balor needs the title more than Seth Rollins right now. Maybe even, turn fucking Finn Balor heel. I don't know. I don't know what to do with him anymore. He's so boring. He's so boring. Give him a title or something. Make him interesting.
I'm actually oh, man. I think I'm actually going to go with a wild card thing kind of go.
Wild card?
Bitches! I'm going to change my vote from earlier. I think Jinder Mahal is going to actually take the title.
Take it to Raw. Okay.
And then Miz is going to become IC champion again.
Again?
Okay, I'm only saying it's a wild card because on SmackDown he was talking about how Daniel Bryan had to retire 3 years ago, and he made this belt so prestigious, and... he was supposed to win it back, and he didn't. He let everyone down. I think I could see an IC championship program eventually with The Miz and Daniel Bryan, but then you also have Big Cass in the mix too.
I don't know. I could see it. I could definitely see it happening. They could both change shows just to make the show, that much more important to the people of Saudi Arabia. Yeah. But I don't know. For me, I don't know. And
I've seen crazier stuff happen.
Obviously, we've seen plenty of crazy shit just at WrestleMania alone.
Yeah, so I wouldn't put it beneath them. Also,
the only person I definitely don't see winning this match, I could see Rollins retaining very easily, but I
don't see Joe winning.
I don't see Joe winning because I feel like Joe going to SmackDown is a main event push for him, and him having the IC title would just kind of it would kind of hurt him as a main event player.
I mean, I can see him and AJ fighting at WrestleMania. SummerSlam.
That's what That's what I was thinking. Backlash, because Backlash is coming up next, right?
Yeah, but I think it's a Raw pay-per-view. Well,
no, they don't have Raw and SmackDown pay-per-views anymore.
Oh, right.
This is the first one that's not the first one that's not.
Yeah.
All right, so we have different picks. It doesn't really matter. We haven't had a lot to go on with these matches, you know? Like,
yeah, I know.
It's kind of hard. All right, so let's go to the two WWE title matches. AJ, in a WrestleMania rematch, AJ Styles defending the WWE title against Shinsuke Nakamura, the newly crowned heel Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, we didn't really talk about it, obviously, because we didn't have a show. But what have you thought about Shinsuke's heel turn so far? I'm fucking loving it. I didn't think I was going to love it, but I love it right now.
Yeah, at first I was like, what the fuck? I was smoking, man.
I was so surprised.
What the hell, man?
I was very high when I was watching WrestleMania, and when he turned heel, I was just like, what the fuck are they doing?
Like,
I was so mad. I was so mad. I was just on Twitter. I didn't even watch the rest of the show. I basically, was on Twitter during the Brock Lesnar-Roman Reigns match. Didn't even see the match, and then I heard ding, 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 and I heard Brock Lesnar's music. I'm like, what the fuck?
Just so, induced by that. It was so weird, man. But now, I'm now that I've seen him as the way he is now, I'm loving it, man.
I like it too.
It's pretty sweet.
I love it's so stupid, but I love the fact that he's fucking going for a low blow. That's his fucking kill move now.
Yeah.
I love it. It's such a dick move, literally.
Yeah.
But it's really good. It's really selling him as a fucking heel right now.
I know.
Did you catch SmackDown at all?
Yeah.
Did you see they changed his music a little bit?
They did, yeah. They changed it up a little bit.
They took out the big long beginning, and they added somebody singing over it. It was very weird. It was still kind of the same, but it was weird.
They probably have to change it a little bit because the music, the
song was so over.
The song was so over. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do.
Hey.
All right. So who do you got in this match? I'm not.
I still think AJ's gonna retain.
I think AJ's gonna retain.
Eventually move on to Samoa Joe at some point.
Yeah, I feel like this is a feud that gets revisited down the line, at WrestleMania again. Not WrestleMania, SummerSlam. Like
Nakamura's really built up as a heel. Really.
He's gonna have a tough loss here, and then he's gonna have to build himself back up, as you said, through SummerSlam. And I feel like maybe it's SummerSlam. That's when he gets it as a full-blown heel.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm with you. I think AJ retains here. All right, so let's move on to the other match. For the WWE Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar defending against Roman Reigns. I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth because we talked about it.
It's driving me insane.
For a year, literally. Now over a year.
Now it's over a year.
We've been talking about
going insane.
Wanting this feud to end because we knew it was going to happen. Everybody thought Roman Reigns was going to win at Mania. Brock Lesnar retained.
Right.
Literally was the only high spot of the entire match because nobody saw it coming.
Yeah.
If you watch the match, the crowd was chanting, boring. They were chanting. There were so many chants during that main event. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I ended up seeing it. Yeah, it was it's fucking nuts, man.
They were chanting, Nicholas, for the fucking kid who won the tag titles.
Yeah.
They were doing so many things. Were they chanting TNA at one point?
Or did they have a beach ball? That was another time. I think they had a beach ball, too.
They might have had a beach ball. Yeah, they started booing the match when they were chanting boring. Yeah, there was a beach ball.
Very took WrestleMania 20 for Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. Yeah.
And then Brock Lesnar pinned him, and the place exploded because nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
So here we are a couple weeks later, and it looks like this is probably where it happens now. Roman Reigns. If Roman Reigns doesn't win this match, I don't know what the fuck they do with him now because he'll never, ever be over again.
He'll be a complete loser. Because I think this is... Brock Lesnar's so built up. He's so high up so that Roman Reigns is the only one close enough in my mind that could beat Brock Lesnar.
Right.
Besides maybe Braun Strowman.
Right.
Okay, but at this point, I don't even think of him like that.
They're not even going in that direction.
Who else would even beat him, at this point? Finn Balor? No, he's just going to get tossed around like a goddamn doll or whatever, no one. So, Joe's not even on the show anymore.
Yeah, Joe's gone.
So, other people have, if Roman as champion, he can, other people can feud against him, and it'll be more, it'll be believable. I mean, Dean Ambrose is coming back too.
You got that?
That's kind of a cool program right off the bat, you know what I mean?
I've read some reports that some people think that this is the moment when they turn Roman Reigns heel. I'm like, Shut the fuck up. It's not happening.
No, stop.
It's not happening.
Stop. I know.
He's gonna be fucking over in Saudi Arabia. They don't go. They're not gonna go with the like the smart mark fans and like cheer for the heels. They're gonna be 100% rooting for the faces.
If Roman loses team with No Way Jose, I heard he's a good dancer.
That was from Rob English of the Wrestling Nerds Alliance. Yeah.
Have you noticed also, by the way, that Roman Reigns has gotten very small lately?
He has. I did notice that.
He looks very lean for some reason.
Yeah. I don't think it has anything to do with that.
No more carbo loading?
Yeah.
Something like...
You know what it definitely doesn't have anything to do with? That 30-day suspension he had last year. It had nothing to do with that.
That was a ruse on us because
they got
he was on vacation. He was
in what's my makeup place? He was at the Isle of Samoa.
Isle of Samoa, which actually is a real place. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I know it's a real place.
But the fact of the matter is that no way, if or how, Brock Lesnar was doing anything but that. What we call it? Wait, what?
Yeah, what is happening?
Listen, Brock Lesnar is just smaller now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, he's smaller in more ways than one.
Definitely.
Seriously. Inside references. So... What else we got to talk about now?
Alright, I'll go with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Roman Reigns will win.
So who wins the greatest Royal Rumble, Craig? Craig, it's the greatest one.
It's the...
And I am so glad to be alive for the greatest one.
Now, this is what I want to talk about. Why did they call this the greatest Royal Rumble? We just had the Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble.
That one's not good, apparently.
This is already... the greatest Royal Rumble. This is like a third grader fucking named this match. Like, well, we're gonna have a Royal Rumble, but we're gonna make it bigger. What do we call it? The bestest Royal Rumble. No, that's not
the
good.
Ultimate coolest Royal Rumble.
the greatest Royal Rumble. That's it. That's perfect. Like, who the fuck named this shit?
And
greatest Royal Rumble. It's not even It's not a Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble winner goes to WrestleMania. This is not a Royal Rumble. Why didn't they just call this like the Great Battle or something, or the
greatest Battle Royal?
Yeah, or the Battle Royal. Call it the Battle Royal, or as Matt Hardy's calling it, the Battle of Royale. Like it's so much better than the fucking greatest Royal Rumble. It's such a stupid fucking name. And what do they get?
You can't even exceed it technically because it's the greatest.
No, it's the greatest.
So you can't have another one called the greatest.
No, they'll call the next one the Infinity Plus One Royal Rumble.
Eventually, it's just gonna get all sorts of fucked up.
It's so annoying. I'm so annoyed by the name of this fucking thing.
It's so stupid, too.
Okay, so there's 50 guys in it. They've announced 25.
I don't even give a fuck about this match.
Let's just go through the big names in it because there's a lot of junk. Daniel Bryan is in it. Braun Strowman is in it. Kurt Angle is in it. Skip.
Chad Gable is in it.
Shut the fuck up. Chris Jericho is in it. Kevin Owens is in it. Sami Zayn, Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, The Great Khali. I did not know that.
Oh, shit,
And Mark Henry is coming out of retirement, which he just retired from, to go into this match.
He needs to come out in a salmon spandex.
And
I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
That big sausage.
I thought Big Show was in this match, too, but they're saying he was removed. He's definitely in it, too.
The Greatest Show, his name is now.
Oh, my
He's
God.
the Greatest Show. He's not the Big Show anymore.
This is just so stupid. Why? This show is so dumb.
Shane McMahon's in it?
Shane McMahon is in it.
Shane McMahon?
This is so fucking
Wait a
stupid.
minute. I thought he left. Like he said he was done, man.
Mm-mm.
Shane McMahon's in it. Oh, my God.
He's in it.
Dude, that is fucking great.
And a bunch of jobbers and some 25 unannounced members. They have basically an entire Royal Rumble of unannounced participants in this.
I kind of like that, actually. It could be literally anybody.
No, it's going to be shitty people, Fred. It's going to be literally every shitty.
Drosy? Not shitty.
Not shitty. I'm hoping Sabu's in it. Didn't they used to...
That would be cool.
They used to originally bill him from Saudi Arabia when he was really young.
Or some shit like that. Right?
Later it was like Bombay, India, but like early on...
Oh, yeah.
Like earlier it was Saudi Arabia. So he should just be in it because he'd get a massive pop.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah,
why the fuck not?
People are shitting all over the pay-per-view for the fact that women have no rights in Saudi Arabia, so therefore there's no women in the show. The fucking women are only allowed to attend if they go with their married husband. It's just so fucking stupid.
It's so backwards, too, because this whole time, in general, just, like, they're trying to pump up women, you know? Like, they're trying to make women and men equal, and now they're doing a huge show where women are not allowed to be there.
Yeah, and
they're just letting it happen and showing everybody. It's not like, if it wasn't on the network, it would still be stupid,
right,
but,
if it was,
whatever.
Nobody would care if it wasn't on the network.
But it's going to be there, so everybody around the world's going to see it.
It's a bad look for them, especially in the middle of their
why
women's
there,
revolution.
You know?
Yeah, why there?
I'd rather
why
it be in North Korea,
honestly.
I'd rather it be like North Korea opened up.
Japan. Do this in Japan. Wrestling is so fucking over in Japan. Do this in England. England would have ate this shit up.
I was just watching fucking Bret Hart versus British Bulldog at SummerSlam '92.
Yes!
Oh my god, that was
one of the craziest best crowd reactions ever.
Best crowds ever, man.
Ever.
Yeah.
So, who wins this
Priscilla Terrace saying Vince is going to be number 30. That would be
50,
amazing.
50.
Sorry. What did I say, 30?
50. Yeah, you did.
Sorry, guys. Fit number 50. Oh, that would... Dude, I would fuck... Okay, forget it. I would not make fun of the show anymore if Vince McMahon...
Oh my god.
Came into the Royal Rumble as a serious competitor.
And
like,
won.
not wasn't in for 2 seconds... But, like, legit was just, like, beating up on Goldust and then fucking Mudhole and Dolph Ziggler. Dude, I would be fucking shitting my pants. Like,
it's cool because they're going to have, like, some legends in it. Like, Jericho is coming back randomly for this. Angle is going to be in it.
And then
Daniel Bryan. Rey Mysterio.
Jericho is going to be there, and now he's also not in the casket match anymore.
Yeah, no, he's still wrestling. He's just in this match.
That's awesome.
I think they thought maybe he would get a huge pop, and they, I guess they'll, maybe does Saudi Arabia have a bad reputation with Bulgaria? I have no idea. Like,
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Apparently they like Canada or something.
It's a fucking retarded show. That's pretty much what it comes down to. I'm gonna go because it means nothing.
They're gonna go with a face.
They're gonna go with a face. I'm gonna go Daniel Bryan because it would be cool. It would be the coolest one. It's the only one that makes sense to me. I don't care if anyone else wins it. I really don't. They're not going to have Kurt Angle wearing red, white, and blue win the goddamn thing.
No, but
who else could conceivably win?
Sabu.
Sabu would be fucking awesome. But that's not happening.
That'd be awesome if Greg Khali won.
Greg Khali.
Okay, I love the I love that he came back. Okay, I didn't really love it that he came back for the Punjabi prison match, but like
that was good. Sounded just like fucking Jinder.
Punjabi prison match.
Nah. You people don't respect me.
I always feel like he's gonna die every time he's like talking. Like, I thought it'd be a limousine for me.
Sounds like Abraham Simpson, like.
This is a Springfield retirement home saying
that Abraham Simpson
is dead. I try not to laugh.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
It was funny, though.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. Oh, man. So
I'm going to go with Mojo Rawley, because he already knows how to win a battle royal. He could do this one. That's who I'm picking, Mojo Rawley.
Alright.
Okay, Craig, I think I got a better shot than you.
Alright, cool. I like it. Cool. Who'd you pick?
Mojo Rawley.
Okay, cool. He already won one battle royal. He's got experience.
Exactly. He's got a resume.
Alright, so what else is going on in WWE right now, man? Do you want to talk about some of the stuff in the shake-up from last week that we never got to? We'll skip over the ones you talked about last week. You did Joe, Miz, and Big Cass. So, I don't know. We briefly talked about Jinder going to Raw. Whatever. We won't do it. What do you think of Owens and Zayn going to Raw? I think it makes sense.
I don't know.
You're worried?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm worried that the overshadowedness of Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman,
Kevin Owens was champion
else,
on Raw.
especially for Sami Zayn, because at least Kevin Owens, was the longest reigning Universal Champion for some time anyway.
Well, yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore, but so at least he has like some credibility and stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Sammy doesn't seem very good on this show right now, or he won't.
I think it'll work out for them. I have my hopes high. I like Kevin Owens on Raw for some reason. You know what I thought of too? It's like I feel like they can't have Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe on the same show because they're kind of similar in the, not that they're like kind of a little overweight, but like that they're both are like really cool heels, like that they're kind of like, they don't fuck around when they cut promos. Like, they kind of, like, go get right to the point, and they kind of, like...
But they're, like...
They get, like, that cool, like, crowd reaction, like, like the male wrestling fans will go, yeah, what he said! Like,
yeah.
Like, I feel like they both can't be on the same show, so it kind of made sense that they swapped. That was the only thing I had to go with that, so let's move on. What about Ziggler and he bringing along Drew McIntyre going to Raw? I kind of like this.
I'm really excited for this.
I like their move where they do the zigzag and whatever the fuck Drew McIntyre's move is called.
Yeah, I forgot what the hell it's called now.
Yeah, whatever.
It's like a kick or whatever,
Yeah, the kick thing.
I don't want this to last very long because I think that Drew McIntyre has a good chance of going upwards and even towards some sort of Universal Championship feud for sure, like maybe towards the end of the year. So I don't want them to be a mid-card act for very long.
I don't think it's going to stick around.
I think it needs to split, and then I think eventually, Drew needs to do his own thing.
It's a good way to get him on TV though, and it kind of it makes Ziggler like seem relevant again. Like having him with like a really
like a Diesel Shawn Michaels type of thing.
Yeah. We shared that picture on the hashtag no original content Instagram of the Wretched Wrestling Podcast. Natalya goes to Raw. Okay.
Yeah, this is really stupid.
I'm not gonna be like the fucking entire Raw women's locker room who obviously forget everything that Natalya did the last like year plus and are like concerned about her getting injured in her 10 women tag match.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, no, this is so obvious what they're doing. They moved her to Raw so she could work with Ronda Rousey because she trained her.
Right.
So that she can turn on her and it'll be one of Ronda Rousey's first fucking feuds. It'll make Ronda look good. It's so fucking obvious.
Oh, it's clearly what it is. I mean, she definitely...
She
flip-flops all the time, so it's
She's the big show of the women's division.
Ronda Rousey's not gonna start fighting fucking Nia Jax.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like, or even Alexa Bliss, even though she clearly kicked her ass, but they're going to start her off with a nice slow program.
Of course.
I'm loving the fact that Ronda Rousey is on Monday Night Raw every week.
Yeah.
I actually tune in to watch her, so it works, I guess.
She's fucking over too, man. Like,
she's good. I was people were worried about her. I really didn't have a worry about her ever.
Match at WrestleMania
honestly
exceeded my expectations.
Always thought she would do well eventually.
Their WrestleMania the mixed tag match at WrestleMania completely exceeded my expectations.
Oh yeah, it was
really
great.
Good, and she did not look out of place in the ring. The only time she looks out of place is sometimes when she cuts a promo, and guess what? They've been limiting that lately, so that's all I need to do.
It's something you can improve on quicker than wrestling skills.
Yeah, and you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it now if you're not good at it. Like, you have to wrestle now.
Right.
But you don't need to cut a promo right now. Like, let her cut a promo in a year when she figures it out.
Right. Yeah.
Bobby Roode went to Raw, so that's a good one, too. I'm a little worried about him getting lost in the shuffle, though.
Same with Baron Corbin, I think, too. I think he's in it, but they've been hyping it. His debut. They've been kind of hyping it with the video and stuff like that.
Baron Corbin, yeah. It looks like Baron Corbin's he's in line for some big push. Some people are saying he might be the first feud for Roman Reigns when he's the champion. Yeah, that'd be a good feud.
Yeah.
It's somebody for him to go over, and yet Baron Corbin really wouldn't be hurt because he would still be kind of getting elevated to that level.
Right, exactly.
So even a loss really wouldn't hurt him there. What else we got? I mean, Chad Gable going to Raw, I think it's a fatal thing for him. But on the other hand, I think it's making Shelton Benjamin look great by himself. Chad Gable did beat, who did he beat on Raw this past Monday? I forget.
I don't know.
He pinned somebody in a fluke victory. I can't fucking remember. But somebody better than him that he should have definitely fucking lost to. Was it Jinder Mahal? It was Jinder Mahal.
Okay.
So he beat Jinder Mahal, so, they might be doing something with him. I like him a lot. He's a great wrestler.
No, he is, for sure. But I think Benjamin's doing good too, though, without him.
Yeah, he kind of he interacted with Kurt Angle a little bit, and they kind of mentioned Jason Jordan a little bit. So I'm wondering if they're setting up a future Gable versus Jordan match whenever Jordan comes back too. So you never know. I
mean, that would seem like obvious to do. You know, that's
they're both on the same show.
Yeah, plenty of history for them for sure.
Who else went? The Riot Squad. Who gives a shit?
So stupid. The Riot Squad and then Absolution. They switch shows. It's completely useless.
It's so stupid.
So useless.
I don't care about the Riot Squad. I like Ruby Riot as a heel, but the fucking group doesn't do it for me at all.
They just don't. They don't make sense. It's a punk chick. I don't know what you call Liv Morgan except Pop, but sorry, Maria, I didn't mean that. I meant everyone thinks that,
Maria understands.
Nah, yeah, I know, but she'll probably still be mad. But and Sarah Logan, fucking hick from fucking Louisiana.
If I have to hear Sarah Logan cut another fucking promo about
what's wrong with them?
When she was working at a farm with her herder brothers, I'm going to fucking stab her in the fucking eye. She is so horrible. Don't let her talk.
It's really something not to brag about.
Really, right?
You're I love playing in garbage. It's fucking awesome, and you know what? You suck because you don't.
The only one who really...
That doesn't make sense.
And the name of the team is the Riot Squad, so the only one who really fits in is Ruby Riot, because she looks kind of like a counterculture type of female. Liv Morgan just looks like she put on a t-shirt at Hot Topic, and Sarah Logan's just
almost like Alexa Bliss on crack.
Yeah. And Sarah Logan just doesn't belong in that group at all, so I don't fucking know. Mojo Rawley went to Raw. I didn't even know he did. He hasn't appeared, so who gives a shit?
Yeah.
He's a low carder at best. Zack Ryder went to Raw. He just got hurt, so he's gonna be out a while. Who cares? Breezango went to Raw. They gave him a little bit of airtime. I don't think they're ever gonna really do anything with them. I love them. They're hilarious, but it's not gonna really do anything for them.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much
same goes for the Ascension. At least they kept the Ascension and Breezango together. I'm hoping they do more skits together, but aside from that, and Mike Kanellis went to Raw as well.
They should have kept him on SmackDown, but anyway.
Yeah, he's screwed. And then we have, we didn't talk about any of the people who got called up. Bobby Lashley came back the day after Raw. The Authors of Pain got called up. Ember Moon and No Way Jose.
I actually like Bobby Lashley in TNA than I did right now in WWE.
You liked him in TNA and not here?
Yeah.
I don't like Bobby Lashley at all.
I'm just saying I like that version better than right now, because
I don't know any other version because I never watched TNA.
This just reminds me of fucking 2009 all over again, or 2008, whatever it was. It's
ECW Bobby Lashley all over again.
Yeah,
I can't.
Bobby Lashley had cool attitude and good matches on in TNA. So
I had no idea.
Yeah, I just saw some of it, but yeah.
Authors of Pain, that's a great one. I don't know they didn't do anything on Raw this week, which is weird. And they dropped Paul Ellering after the first week. I don't know what the fuck that was all about.
That's because he doesn't want to do the travel schedule.
I guess because he must live in Florida or something.
Yeah, so that's why so it has nothing to do with
okay, that kind of sucks. Though I loved him as
I know. I think he just fits really well with him.
Yeah, he was really good with them.
Yeah, I'm sure they can. They could talk fine, but it's just him coming out, and then the two monsters come out with the masks.
I know, he kind of fits with them. He's got he's got that scary demonic look to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, totally.
All right, well, I didn't know that. All right, that makes sense then. That's okay. Ember Moon got called up. She's obviously the next star of the women's division.
Right, definitely.
So she's probably in line for a big feud down the road. She's due for it at this point. I like her, too.
I like her, yeah.
She grows on me a little bit more each time I see her. And Noe Jose. Dude, they literally just turned Noe Jose into Adam Rose and the Rosebuds. It's the same thing.
I thought he was going to get fired. I really thought... I'm because he hardly wrestled on NXT.
I'm pissed I didn't call this, because I thought about this a month ago. I'm they're going to call up No Way Jose for no reason other than he's been there for a while and people will like his music. But no, he's just the Rosebuds. He literally comes out with a fucking conga line, just like the fucking Adam Rose did.
Not really.
And that didn't go. It didn't go well. No, it didn't go well. So that's that. SmackDown got The Miz. Fred already talked about that, so we won't go too far into it. Got Samoa Joe. Fred talked about it as well. Asuka went to SmackDown. That seemed pretty logical. continue the Charlotte feud and kind of seems like she's starting to feud with Becky now, possibly. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We talked about Jeff Hardy going to SmackDown. We talked about the Bar going to SmackDown. Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega is going to SmackDown. That's a fucking good move. I think this is going to be good for him. I don't think he's going to get lost on SmackDown. If he went to Raw, absolutely would have been lost in the shuffle. SmackDown, I think he can thrive.
I'm hoping so. Like I said, yeah, like there's no way he'd have any good role on Raw.
No, Raw he would be completely non-existent.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I think, for some reason on SmackDown they always have some kind of like Mexican wrestler who's like kind of like under the radar, then becomes really good. Like I feel
That's
like
true.
they always push one on SmackDown. There's no problem with that, but I always just find it interesting that they did that. Fred talked about it before. The rest of Absolution goes to SmackDown.
I'm so mad at this next one.
Sanity. You want to take this one, Fred? Because I know you were pissed about how they did this.
What the fuck? Why? With such a cool group of Sanity where they thrive on chaos and fucking insanity, literally.
Yeah.
Why would you predictably announce them coming to SmackDown? So now we all know
Which they also
chaos.
haven't done yet.
So this whole group... Yeah, so I guess like the big surprise will be maybe eventually when Sanity does come to SmackDown. They'll show up randomly one day. It won't be like, next week coming up, Sanity, it might be like unpredictable in that sense, but like it should have just been cool if it was just we didn't see it coming at all.
They should have just ended a SmackDown attacking whatever the main event was. Like have like a 6-man tag match and have them destroy everybody in the match.
They always
just
have
like
6-man
just like
tag
the Wyatt
matches
family
and stuff,
debuted. That's how they should have done this. I'm totally with you on that one. So stupid to announce it, and they still haven't even done anything yet.
It's such an unsanity thing to do.
Yeah,
like it just doesn't fit them at all.
And no Nikki Cross too for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get that.
Unless they need some familiar names still in NXT, I don't know what.
It reminds me of when
because a lot of them left. Like,
it reminds me when Enzo and Cass got called up and they didn't call up Carmella. It's like for some reason they just broke them up for no reason.
Yeah.
The club went to SmackDown. They've already started doing stuff with AJ Styles again. I don't know. I like the club more with AJ Styles than I do with Finn Balor. Probably because of the same thing I keep saying every fucking week. Because Finn Balor is boring the fuck out of me right now with him just smiling all the time. So put him with the world champion, makes him look good. Make them look good too. They had a good match. The 6-man tag match on SmackDown this past week was good too. With Shinsuke and Rusev Day. Fred talked about Big Cass last week, so we won't go into that. Sin Cara, who gives a shit, he's going to SmackDown again. R-Truth, who gives a shit. And the only debuts was Paige became the general manager of SmackDown. We didn't really talk about that.
Yeah.
I didn't really see that coming, but I also didn't know they needed a SmackDown general manager.
Brad Maddox saw it coming, though, that's for sure.
And Xavier.
Xavier
gave her Woods.
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely.
The Woods. And really the only people they got from the day after, the SmackDown after Mania was the Iconics, Peyton Royce and Billy Kay got called up.
Yeah.
And,
you talk about it.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go for it.
No, I'm saying that led to the thing I didn't actually bring up on the show. The big thing that happened with the Iconics debuting is that they beat the crap out of Charlotte, allowing, finally, Carmella to cash in her Money in the Bank and to become the current SmackDown Women's Champion.
Right.
I love it. I fucking love it. I've been waiting so long for Carmella to finally be champion. I've been wanting this to happen for so long.
Have you really been?
Yeah, I have, because I think she's a really good heel. Like, I think when she
is a good heel.
When she's out there with the mic, I love it. I love the arrogance of her. Okay, fine. I know she's not the greatest wrestler in the world.
Yeah, that's my issue with her.
Alexa Bliss wasn't either. I mean, she was good, but she wasn't the best.
I think Alexa's a little better, but yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, no, I agree, but I think that, she's got such a good character and she's got such great mic skills that I think that it'll help her more over than that. So, yeah, I think I'm really, happy about it, honestly.
All right. Yeah, I was kind of indifferent to the whole thing. We didn't really get to.
I just saw that. That was fucking nuts.
Yeah, dude.
Drew McIntyre had
who
was that? Apollo Crews in a reverse Alabama slam position And then Dolph Ziggler just fucking super kicked him, and then he just flipped him over his head. It was awesome.
Yeah, they're gonna be real.
That's a good move too.
I would like to see them win the tag titles before they eventually break up.
I actually like that move more than this one. Boom.
It's still a cool move.
Good one, though.
Yeah, it's still a good move.
That's a good move.
Yeah, I think I'm unfavorably judging Carmella because my biggest gripe with WrestleMania, and I know people have like a lot of conflicting reports. People are pissed that like Roman didn't win because they just wanted to flip the script. People are pissed that Shinsuke turned heel. People are pissed that Undertaker and John Cena had a 5-minute match with this guy over here.
Oh my god! So
but I was pissed that the streak ended. I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed that the streak ended. It really kind of annoyed me, and it kind of like gave me like a weird mood for the rest of the show. It helped me appreciate the rest of the show because everything was so fucking random. But yeah. I was pissed when the streak ended, and then for Carmella to cash in on the woman who broke the streak the next week after getting beat up by a couple of NXT bitches. It just, like, killed the whole Charlotte and Asuka match for me. And I liked the Charlotte and Asuka match at Mania. It wasn't as long as I wanted it to be. I felt like it could have gone longer, and it probably would have been the match of the night if they gave it a little bit more time. The crowd was crazy into it, too. It just, like, it killed the show for me. That was, like, the one thing that really killed it. And then to have fucking her, she retains the title, ends the streak, and then loses it to Carmella, who's just like, I can't get behind this one.
The only reason why I don't care as much is because fucking John Cena really was the one that ruined the moment by, the guy coming and telling him that Undertaker was in the building.
Yeah, and Asuka's...
So then, everybody got to see John Cena run away, and then Asuka's like, ha ha ha, that's funny!
Yeah, now they
and
just...
that was like they broke the moment.
They turned Asuka Moon into like generic like Japanese
Asuka
girl.
Moon?
Yeah, like
oh, because hard. Okay,
I was going for a Sailor Moon reference. I was going for a Sailor Moon reference.
I thought you mixed up Ember Moon and...
No, I was going for a Sailor Moon joke. They made her like, I go now. Like, I was just like, oh, what are they doing with Asuka? Now Asuka doesn't look like as threatening. She was in a tag match with Becky Lynch this past week, and Becky got pinned. Like, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I felt like Asuka felt like such a big draw when she got called up, and now I feel like she's not.
That's what happens when you finally lose a streak. I mean, it doesn't...
But they didn't give it the time on the main roster. I wanted, like, a little bit of it. Give me, like, 3 months of the streak. We got nothing. She beat fucking... Who'd she beat right before they fired her? Emma. She beat Emma.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then, like, what did she do? She beat Alexa a couple times. She beat Nia once. And then was it?
She became the first fucking women's Royal Rumble champion.
Yeah, cool. But she lost. She lost at Mania.
And then Ronda Rousey also ruined that moment for her.
Right! What is with everybody fucking... I don't know. Maybe I'm just a big Asuka mark. I think that might be the problem.
Nah, she's awesome. For sure.
She's awesome.
But like when Goldberg finally lost his undefeated streak, like it just was never the same because it was done,
Yeah.
If the hype is like so high that you can't. Sometimes it's hard to get to that level again.
Yeah, and okay. So we've been talking about the greatest Royal Rumble. This is April 26th when we're recording this, and not even like 2 weeks later, we have Backlash coming up. So
yeah, so there's like other storylines going on also, like with Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns. And also a Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns feud still. So there's 2 feuds going on at once. And one guy's not even on the same show as all them.
Yeah,
so,
and
fuck,
And Rollins is still defending the title against The Miz, even though that
there's a 4-way ladder match.
There's a 4-way ladder match that.
Yeah, so maybe The Miz won't win. Like fuck.
Maybe The Miz will win.
Maybe he will. Oh, maybe Rollins will get in it.
Yeah. Okay. They're at least building up the women's matches because this is the only fucking time they can have a match. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw title. Carmella versus Charlotte for rematch for the SmackDown title. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. I didn't even know that was announced.
I think they should just get that feud over with quickly.
But like even like the Roman Reigns Samoa Joe one, like it's just like it feels so random because like Joe called him out for no reason 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Then he got drafted to SmackDown, and they're still having the match after Roman Reigns fights for the Universal title. I'm just like, it makes my head hurt. Why are they doing this at all? Like,
and really, they like Samoa Joe.
I guess it'll become a universal title match then.
Oh yeah, but he's always like making fun of him for always failing against Brock Lesnar, and I'm like, you should actually be rooting for him because then you get a shot for the Universal Championship.
Yeah, right.
If you lost, if he lost again, then you're just fighting Roman Reigns like an idiot for some reason.
That's a good point. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much the Superstar Shake-up. That's the Greatest Royal Rumble. We talked about...
Is there a confirmation that, like, Brock Lesnar's contract is going for a certain amount of period, or they just do it for one show and that was it? Like,
no, I think it's just
because they changed plans for WrestleMania.
I heard that it's just like it's kind of like a loose agreement that he'll wrestle from time to time, but he'll also be allowed to wrestle in UFC.
It's like
fight in UFC.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, well... I don't know, like, who else does he got to fight now? Like, you know, like he already beat all the big guys, really. You know what I mean?
There was the rumor that they wanted to do Bobby Lashley versus him. I don't think anybody wants to fucking see that.
Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I never thought it was gonna happen, but whatever.
Yeah, just try out different matches at this point. Who gives a shit? If he still wants to wrestle every once in a while, I'm all for it. It's just like him holding the title for a year plus now. It's just fucking mind-boggling. It's one of the longest title reigns of the fucking modern era, and it's a fucking universal title, and it's crazy because he's barely there. I just want it to end over this.
It's not even like, he's not even like he's fighting for week after week after week, doing all these appearances and stuff. It's like he just shows up a couple times a year with it, and that's it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah. All right. Anything else? I mean, we lost Bruno Sammartino. Sammartino, sorry. I had a friend whose last name was Sammartino. So
they really didn't do, like, I feel like they should have did a bigger tribute for him.
They did a pretty big one on Raw. Did the 10-bell salute. They did like a 5-minute opening video.
Oh, okay, never mind. I only saw the SmackDown one.
Yeah, the SmackDown one they barely did.
10 seconds, like in memory of Bruno Sammartino.
No, on Raw they did.
That's all they gave him.
No, on Raw they gave him the 10-bell salute, and they did like it was like a 5-minute intro video for him, and then they kept going the tweets throughout the week.
Pioneer of that fucking whole thing. You know,
my dad called him the Babe Ruth of pro wrestling. It's just pretty true. So yeah, that was a tough one, but I mean, you know, it wasn't a surprise. It's not like, you know, it didn't catch anyone off guard. It's not like he was young. What did you think of Paige becoming the SmackDown general manager?
I'm really not feeling it right now.
I'm not feeling it at all.
I just think it's like,
I feel like since she came back, she's like hasn't been able to cut a promo. She looks different to me now. Like I don't know if she's like back on.
She might just be older. You know. I mean, I don't know.
Something about like the way she talks now. She's like a little more slurry, kind of like Carrie Fisher in Carrie Fisher in the 2 most recent Star Wars movies. It's just like you're just like you did a lot of drugs in your time. Like you just don't.
I'm glad
sound
you're
the
in
same
the movie.
anymore.
Yeah, I'm glad you're in the movie, but I'm just having a little bit of a problem here.
Yeah, I have a problem hearing. Like, can you open your mouth at all? Like, don't put a dick in it.
She won't have that problem anymore. So.
I mean, Katie Vick made it work. That's a big matzo.
That's squishy. For sure. Well, okay.
Chris made a good point that he just looked up the title reign. Brock is 389-day title reign, and they say they're going to do it. They're going to have him beat CM Punk's 434-day
shirt
title
I'm
reign.
wearing right now. Also.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think they even give a fuck about CM Punk. I think
they would just lie and be like, "Oh yeah, it's the longest reign of the modern era." I'd be like, "Well, when did the modern era start?" The day after CM Punk left.
Yeah, they might just erase him from history if they want. Like they sometimes show him, but they really don't want him around at all. So
it wouldn't be the first time they deleted somebody from history.
Like who?
Oh, you remember the match Shawn Michaels versus Triple H versus at WrestleMania 20?
I do. I was very happy that had finally won the title. That was
awesome. The confetti was falling on and he hugged Eddie Guerrero, I really loved that. That was like my favorite part.
Yeah, I just really don't. I just wish that one day we could finally find out who this was, you know, because it's just, you know, it's a shame that so many accomplishments, we don't know who he is.
I remember. He had a match with Chris Jericho at the Royal Rumble 2001 in a ladder match. It was Chris Jericho, IC title, ladder match, Burst is...
Ah, I think I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, yes.
Glacier. Fuck yeah.
Earthquake.
Outback Jack. Brodus Clay.
Hubba, hubba.
Ow!
We both went for the same line.
Hubba, hubba.
Alright, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up. We had a lot to recap this week.
Yeah, man.
But, Fred, what's going on in your life? I know you had a minor surgery, and I know you're a little under the weather right now, but how's the good old Maria? I haven't seen you in a couple weeks, so haven't really heard any updates on the good old girl. She doing it?
Yeah, exactly. Girl, but, you don't have to correct yourself there.
No.
So, good job on that one. Thank you for working on that.
Yep.
It takes some time for me as well. I've had a very traumatizing experience, but nonetheless, Maria.
This guy has a good joke. He says, "My Mike Literalist, who was a great wrestler. Get it, my clitoris." That's good. That's good. That's good. I like you. I like you.
I like you. You funny guy.
Funny guy.
I forgot my thought.
Maria.
Oh, Maria. So,
Canellas?
well, I mean, I like to call her that. We me and her sometimes we're on the bet. We sing that song "We are the greatest, love I never known." Just like that, Craig. We had
that was really good.
Yeah, and the same pitch and kind of it
was really good.
how we did it perfectly in sync. Me and Maria are perfectly in sync. So it's almost like our relationship is the same as me and Maria's relationship together.
Okay.
There's lots of comparisons. It's great that I can think of you and Maria as kind of almost like the same person.
No.
I just think that you both know me so well.
Hold on. What was that?
When we talk about the podcast and we only talk about WWP, you're my Maria. Meaning, Craig. I love you.
Oh, you're done talking now?
No.
I just need to tighten this.
That's it, So I don't even know where we're going at this. We're good. Me and Maria are awesome. Now, and I wasn't going to bring this up because the past is the past, and that's where it should stay. But I promised people from the Diet WWP episode, I wanted to ask you a question about intimacy. So if that's cool with you, maybe I can ask you that question.
Yeah, sure.
So it had slipped out of my mouth, very elegantly, much like molasses, dripping out of my mouth. That for me personally, that the act of heterosexual intercourse, as they say on the streets, and you
could just say intercourse.
That was a weird noise over there.
I don't know what that was.
That, sometimes, / more than usual / every time, ends up very sad and, very quick and very disappointingly. So, is that, normal for people to have sex like that? Or am I just, overblowing this? No pun intended, of course.
I think pun was intended. So you're saying...
Wait, what?
So you're saying, when you're intimate with her...
Heterosexually, yes.
Again, you don't have to...
We don't have to sell it? No?
Sell it? Are you selling it? It's not real?
We don't have to differentiate?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Intercourse.
Again, you can just say sex. It's weird that you say intercourse.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're saying, what you're saying is it ends abruptly.
Yeah.
You should work on that.
And there's two things that come out One is like,
Okay, yeah.
the white stuff,
We'll just leave it at that.
And perhaps another lubricant of its own is like maybe a tear or two. That's just what I'm saying.
So are you saying you're ejaculating through your eyeballs?
Yes, I'm ejaculating tears out of my eyeballs.
Tears of happiness.
Well, sometimes I'm happy. Sometimes I'm happy because it's over, but sometimes...
Wait a minute, you're happy it's over?
No, I'm happy that we're both fulfilled and stuff. So that's all I'm trying to say. I mean,
are you like rushing through? Wait.
No, Russian? I'm not Russian.
Are you rushing through it to like get it over with?
I'm rushing because I'm just like, oh yeah, baby, like this is a great feeling, in the in and out, in and out.
In and out.
So that's just it's perfectly normal. I mean, I think.
Yeah.
That's what mommy told me. I can't let that out.
Oh my god. Oh, one of our tweets just went viral. Not viral, but like some people are retweeting
viral.
I gotta pull up the headline was so fucking good that I couldn't not share it. Hold on.
What's viral?
One of our tweets. Not viral, but like people are retweeting it right now. But it's such a great it's such a great thing. Just some WWE wrestlers tweeting about male genitalia. That's the name of the article. On CageSideSeats.com.
Hold on. Who wrote that? I'm the author of that article. What the... come on, man.
Not me.
That's just a terrible joke.
It's the worst joke. They shouldn't do things like that. That's not cool.
I know, especially since, that's something I would never think about. So what the fuck, dude?
I mean, you do think about it from time to time, because we do bring stuff up on this show every once in a while.
Yes, okay. Corey, we get it, There's a new chick in town.
New chick in town.
It's Maria.
Yeah. But when am I going to meet her, by the way?
Well, that's something I was going to bring up to you eventually, but you know what? You beat me to the punch,
okay.
So I will tell you. She's just got a very busy schedule.
Just, generally speaking, or she's just...
Yeah, ask me any day of the week, and I'll tell you what she's doing.
Okay. How about, is she around tomorrow?
No, she's actually taking a flight from Albany, and she's going to, be landing in Houston. That whole day, she's going to be on a plane with no way of communication.
Okay. All right, what about next weekend?
No, but then she's going to Jacksonville. So usually... Yeah. Tuesday's Jacksonville, so she's definitely not going to be around. I mean, and there's time zone differences. It's just the same.
I thought I was pretty vague and said the week, anytime next weekend. You're talking about a really specific day.
Yeah, but, okay. Well, we'll check schedules and we'll just try.
How about?
Just say no before I even finish it.
Okay. How about?
No, just.
What I was going to say...
No, we can't.
Alright, I'm going to look at the calendar here.
No.
How about May 5th?
Definitely. No,
you didn't even let me finish. You started answering before I even finished.
Yeah, I just can't, even though it's Cinco de Mayo, the answer is still a no.
Does she not like me?
She loves everybody, Craig!
Does she, know that, I make fun of you a lot? Is that why... I mean, I don't make fun of you. I mean, I support you on the show all the time.
She knows that little slip-ups happen through my mouth, when the slip-ups happen in and out. She just knows that it's just it's just me, and I'm me. I'm loud and proud me, and that's the only way I'll be,
That's a weird way of saying that.
But, being my authentic self is the best because I come out of the closet as my most authentic self, and she loves every bit and piece of it. So, I love saying... No, I mean, I love being out of the closet, and I love saying it loud and proud that, I accept who I am.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe she has a problem with you making fun of me all the time. You know, she didn't like that Chris Solterra called me, you know, straight as tire. She didn't appreciate that one.
Straight as a tire on a faggot bus.
Thanks for even bringing that part up. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess
we'll check. Craig, there's always sketchies.
I can check my sketchies right now.
I gotta check my sketchies later. But
later.
sketchies
it's
will.
Very strange that later, but you can't check.
We're gonna touch many sketchies.
All right, because you gotta confer with her and see when she's available, because you don't know her schedule.
I gotta go up and down the sketchy and just check things. Okay.
All right. So you do that. Get back to me. I want to meet her. It's a big thing. It's a big thing.
I know. I apologize, Craig.
A couple months right now, right? Like 2 months?
Yeah, I mean, you know, things are happening.
I haven't met her yet.
Love
is ridiculous.
Love's been blossoming more than, you know...
I hope it's not blossoming, because that's a weird...
Yeah, I'm trying to say the word right, but I can't.
That's strange.
You know, one day you will meet her, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a new day. Yes, it is.
Or maybe we'll start easy. Maybe, maybe we'll start with a FaceTime call.
A FaceTime call? That'd be weird. I don't want to FaceTime with her.
No, you don't want to FaceTime?
No.
What if the lights are out and she's talking to you on the FaceTime? I think that would make her even more comfortable, because, you won't, it's
even
just like...
weirder. Like, why would I do that? I don't want to FaceTime her. I want to meet her in person.
Okay, well, yes, we're going to figure that out.
Anyway. We'll put this aside for the next couple weeks. I'm
just not feeling myself this week, Craig. I'm sorry.
Okay. Understandably.
I mean, sometimes I feel myself as not like that. You know.
Well, again, weird that you say these things.
But yes, I'm not having I'm hurt right now. You know.
Yeah, you're right. I should lay off you. All right. I think you
can lay on me. It's okay too.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna just end the show now and do my plugs. So
you made a lot of gay jokes in the last 10 minutes.
No, I did not. I did not do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
I meant happy jokes, but that's I like to say that.
Oh, then yes, I definitely made lots of gay jokes then.
Yeah, I like saying I like to be different. Craig,
I know, you're such a gay guy.
Like, look at this. Smile from ear to ear. Like, gay! Fuck yeah! So, on that note, guys, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you can follow us on Twitter at Wretched Wrestle. You can like our Facebook page at Wretched Wrestling. You can like our Instagram page with hashtag no original content at Wretched Wrestling. We're on iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher Radio, Podomatic, sometimes SoundCloud.
10.
And I think that pretty much does it. Oh yeah, and we have wretchedwrestling.com. You can find all of our links too. Cool.
Now I just realized that Okay, yes. Let's leave now, Craig. Okay.
What? You want to end the show with one last comment?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
We love wrestling.
Except for this fucking Greatest Royal Rumble. Who named this shit?
Person that probably named it Great Balls of Fire.
Ooh.
And created that horrible Sister Abigail match.
Are they going to have the Greatest Balls of Fire match? Because that'd be cool.
I would love to see what the Greatest Balls of Fire is.
Alright, I'm out. That's it. Nope.
Oh, wait a minute.
Nope.
Yeah. Come on. We all know that I'm just talking about whatever. And listen, people, listen. I just realized right now that I said I'm gay by accident because Craig tricked me again, but we all know the difference. And what I'm saying that I am...
You would stop. Yeah. Later, bitches.